Okay, you got a pretty short assignment here on this Friday. I want to do some review first to make use of class time. Solve the inequality number lines right there for you to graph your solution set. So over here, 3 in the x, that'd be times. You need to circle that, and it's negative, so that's switch. Okay, so switch the sign. Now you don't have to add or subtract, you just go divide. Okay, so that'd be x and then -2. So what's it eating? Look at the board, it's eating the number. So even though that's a greater than sign, it's eating the number. So that means x is smaller than the number because it eats the number. So because these are your possible values for x. Okay, and then just copy it down. Okay, -2x plus 4 greater than or equal to -10. Okay. So you got times and plus, highlight the times, and that's negative, so that's a switch. So just go to the bottom and switch it, okay? Now, do you have an outside number you have to add or subtract? So when you're getting rid of this, you just drop the original sign down. It doesn't change when you add and subtract, just when you divide. So there's 2 steps, okay? So I minus 4, -2 times x, it's -14. Then divide by -2, you get x and 7. So 7's our critical number. You fill it, eats a number, goes this way. Okay. Okay, 2x plus 5 is less than or equal to 7x minus 14. Okay. Now you got x's on opposite sides, so pick one to get rid of. I usually pick the smaller one as long as I have a number over there to cover it, which I do a 5. Okay, you don't know what you're going to do with your sign until you've simplified so that there's only a single x term. Okay, so 5x minus 14. So you got this, you got times right there, and plus negative. Highlight the times. This time it's a positive times number, so we will be keeping the sign the same down there. We have to take out the -14 in between, though. So plus 14, plus 14. Guys, I made a little bit of a mistake. No, just keep it. 19, and then 5 times x. Now you divide by the 5. You have x by itself now. 19 divided by 5 is a decimal. So 3.8. Okay, 3.8. Circle, fill it, and it's eating the x. That means x, these are graphs of values for x. Since it eats the x is bigger than anything 3.8 offers. Okay, next one, x divided by -2 is less than 10. So, you got one number there, the operation's division, so I circle division just like multiplication, okay? And if it's a negative, you switch it, that's a switch. Okay, you don't have a number outside to add or subtract, so you go after the -2. Now, it's divide, so we need to times, okay? By -2. So we have x, 10 times -2 is -20. Circle, don't fill it, it eats the x, so that means possible values for x are all bigger than -20. Okay, now you got what you're working on the last couple days. Number line I nicely set up for you. Now this is different because now you have 2 inequalities. So when you have 2 inequalities, you make that table that I taught you the last couple days. So start at that and stop at the other side. So you got -7 less than or equal 3x plus 2. And then you got 3x plus 2 less than or equal to 20. Okay. Wall. Okay. You got times 3 plus 2, but it's positive 3, so we're keeping the sign the same. Now, before I divide, I got to take out the plus 2. So minus 2, and then negative 9 drops there. 3 times x, and I divide by 3. You have x behind the symbol. Negative 9 divided by 3 is negative 3. Now, don't graph that yet, okay, because you have to come over here and do the other half. So that's keep, and then you've got to take out the plus 2. So 18, 3 times x. Divide by 3, you got x, 18 divided by 3 is 6. So you have negative 3, positive 6. Okay, negative 3 and x, it eats x, so that's this way. Eats 6 this way. Now when they combine, you put x in the middle, and then a negative 3 and a 6. You eat the highest amount possible, but then you eat the x in comparison with the lowest amount possible. Okay, now, or same thing, okay? I mean, you got this and this, you got to make the table. X plus 6 less than or equal to negative 3. Now, game changer here because you have times and it's by a negative, so you need to switch the sign. Because you'll divide each side by a negative, okay? But you have to take out the plus 2 first. When you're taking out the number that's being added, you just drop the sign straight down. The original, because it doesn't switch then. It switches after you divide by the negative. Okay, so it's negative 9, negative 3 times x. Then you divide by negative 3. You have x and 3. Well, this one doesn't even have multiplication or division, so that's a keep. Okay, and you just take out the plus 6. That's the only operation you have to deal with. So you have x. Negative 3 minus 6 is negative 9. So you have 3 and negative 9. So you fill in each circle because you have the lines. Now with 3, it's eating the x, so that's this way. So this one's going to go this way. So you write or. Okay, there you go. Okay, a salesperson has a goal of raising $500. They sell necklaces for $5 each and bracelets for $7.50 each. They've already sold 50 necklaces but have run out of them. Write and solve an inequality that gives how many bracelets they need to sell to meet their goal. So a goal is a greater than or equal to. And the goal is $500. Now label it dollars. Now find me the first dollar amount I've got. $5. Now what am I buying for? What am I selling for $5? You're selling necklaces, so times n plus we have another dollars amount, $7.50. And what's that for? Well, that's for the bracelet, so B. One of those letters we have to replace. Okay. Now, there's another number I haven't used yet, 50 necklaces, so 50 goes in for N, okay? So, cross out the N and put 50, then circle 5 times 50. That's 250. So now we have 250 plus 7.50 times B greater than or equal to 500. Now you can solve for your B. So plus and times, highlight the times, that's a keep. Okay. First you got to take out your 250 though. 500 minus 250 is 250, and then 7.50 times B. Now we divide. B. 250 divided by 7.50, okay? Now, if it's a goal, that has to go up 1 before the decimal, so from 33 to 34, and then you graph it. circle fill it. It's eating the letter, so this way. Okay. Okay, and then the last one before I go to the assignment. I have 120 yards of fence to put around a rectangular deer plot. The length of the plot's 25 yards. Write and solve an inequality that can be the possible widths of the deer plot. Now, when you have something with an inequality, then it's less than or equal to 120 yards. Now, the only yards you got is 25, so you write that down, and then you go up to your rectangle. Okay, it says the length is 25. Well, how many lengths are there? There's 2, so it's 25 multiplied by 2 plus, then there's also 2 W's, and we don't know what W is, so that's 2 times W, or W times 2. It doesn't matter, okay? But you need to multiply 25 times 2, so that's 50. So you got 50 plus 2 times W, less or equal to 120. Now you can solve for W pretty easily. There's your times, but it's a keep because it's positive too. The story problems are almost always keep, okay? Okay, but you have to take out your 50. That's 72 times W. Divide by 2, and you got W, 35. Okay, then graph it. Eats a number, goes this way. Okay. Now here's what you're doing on this assignment. There's 3 problems, but these are the easy ones, okay? Find the average of these numbers. All you're simply doing is adding them and then dividing by how many there are. You have to add them first. This is what you can't do. I'll have a lot of people do this. That's wrong, okay? You have to add them first, then hit equals. Once you get the sum on the top, then you can divide it by 3. So it'd be 84.6 repeating. Okay, now you're adding them, dividing by 4. Remember, you can't just do it all at once. You have to find the adding sum first. 278, then divided by 4. 69.5. Okay. $98. Okay. Pretty quick. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so I have to divide by 6 now. Whoa. I screwed this up. I would not divide by 4 here. I would divide by 5. Shoot. It's 392 divided by 5. Gosh, I'm an idiot because there's 5 numbers. 78.4. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's see. $4.15 divided by 6. 69.16 repeating. Okay, now you're going to learn a new type of story problem. It relates to the average you just did. My goal in science class is to earn an average score of 84 on my test. So far I've scored 84, 86, 77, and 92. Write and solve an inequality for scores I can get on my next test to meet my goal. These are all goal problems, okay? Your goal is 85, but you're talking average of 85. So what you want to do, don't start writing numbers over here. You want to make a division line for your average. Now, the number we're going to put on the bottom first. Now we have taken 1, 2, 3, 4 tests, but we're about to take a 5th one, okay? So 5. So that means I need to have 5 things across the top here. So 84, 96, 77, 92, and this next one I don't know what I'm going to get, so plus X. You can pick any letter, it doesn't really matter. Now don't write that down here yet. Now you can simplify this, okay? You have 5. Now you can't actually divide because you don't know what X is. So you put X plus, and you're never actually going to divide here, okay? So you're going to take 84 plus 96 plus 77 plus 92, and that's 349. Okay. So that's what I put down here. X plus 349 over 5. Okay. Now you're going to solve, but you have to do something different. It looks different than what you're used to. Put a parenthesis on the top. When one whole side of an equation or inequality is being divided, you need to actually multiply to get rid of the division first, okay? And you're multiplying by a positive. This is a keep, okay? So 85 times 5 is 425. Then over here you got X plus 349. So I make the wall, okay? And I just minus 349 now. Then I have my solution. I got 76. So he has to get 76 or higher to meet his goal. Now graph that, okay? Each letter goes this way, okay? Okay. Next one. In English class, my goal is to get a passing average of 60 on my test. So far I've received scores of 45, 12, 50, and 70. Write and solve an inequality of scores I can receive on my next test in order to meet my goal. Okay. So the goal is 60. This guy is not a real good student. Okay. So average. He has taken 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 tests because we got that one he's going to take here in a bit. So 45 plus 12 plus 50 plus 70 plus X, okay? X plus, you can't actually divide because you have this missing X number. So you just add the ones you've already taken. Okay, 177. That's a simplified expression, so that's what you line up over here. Okay, now this looks a little bit different, so you're going to put a parentheses there. Okay, get rid of your divide by 5 first. When the whole side's divided by a number, you need to multiply by that number first. So 60 times 5 is 300, and over here you got X plus 177 now. Then you just minus the 177. So X 123. This guy's going to flunk the class because he has to get 123% or higher. Okay. Okay, and I got one more. In biology, I want to earn a test average of 80. So far, I've scored 75, 91, and 86 on tests. Write and solve an inequality of possible test scores I can receive to meet the goal. Again, a goals are greater than or equal to. Okay, goal's 80. Now you got to make your average expression up there. So he's taken 3 tests, but he's about to take a 4th one. Okay, so we got 75 plus 91 plus 86 plus X. Remember, you have to have 4 things on top if you put a 4 on bottom, which you do put a 4 on bottom. X plus, he takes 75 plus 91 plus 86, 252. Okay, so now solve for the x. You got to put a parentheses there. Okay. When one whole side's divided by, you put a parentheses and you get rid of the times 4. You divide by 4. No, you don't times 4 there. Okay. Those cancel and I just have x plus 252. And on the other side, I've got 80 times 4, 320. Take out your 252 by minusing. We get x, 320 minus 252 is 68. So all he has to get is a 68 or higher to meet his goal of getting 80. Okay. Circle fill it, eats the x, so that would be this way. Okay. Okay, you got 3 problems. Find the average on the first 2, and the last one you're actually applying average to a real life scenario.